Now time for the pre-final for DD2 and DD2 Masters. Here's your starting grid. After qualifying yesterday evening, Sam Knopfjes took pole position by nearly 0.2 of a second. And alongside him on the front row, someone who's just recently, amidst doing a 3-day-a-week job, plus also the racing, Imke Arts has just got a diploma after 4 years of part-time studying, so well done to her. She starts alongside on the front row of the grid. Axel Hoos and Nicolas Guillaume round out row number 2, followed by DD2 Masters pole sitter Bas van Vlimmeren, who'll be joined by Brett Otters on row 3. Bennett Demler and Rick van der Straat round out row 4 with Kirill Genzer and Mark Schupman rounding out the top 10. Malte Schlatterer and Mark van der Kamp will be on row number 6. Izan Kielstra and Niels Böhler will be rounding out row 7 ahead of Louis Koch and Wim Rouleau rounding out row 8. Moritz Knopfjes, Dominic Hummels, Don van Weert round out the 19-strong grid. So, for those that have been seeing the Karting Champions League Winter Series stinger in between the races, there are also, as I said, open classes for Rotax, Yame, KZ, and KZ Masters. Maximum of 36 drivers per class. And there are also opportunities for Mini and Juniors for Rotax to win entry fee tickets for the 2025 Rotax Max Challenge International Trophy at Le Mans by taking part in the Karting Champions League Winter Series 2024, taking place at Campillos and Portimao. And a big thank you to Karting Champions League, ASA and Wagtechniek for supporting and sponsoring the live stream. So, revs rise, lights are out this time, and we're underway at the first time of asking through into turn number 1. It looks like Imke Arts lost at least a place or two, heading into, well, she's down into 4th. She's battling for side-by-side into turn 3. But Sam Knopfjes has got the race lead. Axel Hoos very much on the case of the 420 from Van der Pol Karting. And here's that Bas van Vlimmeren who's jumped up into 3rd place. Oh, dearie me. Bas van Vlimmeren is like a whirling dervish. He never can keep a good man down. So, looks very much the case. Oh, someone went very, very wide through the left-hander. And that is, oh, that's the 577, Dominic Hummels. Hummels went off the circuit and has gone through the gravel, kicking up the kitty litter. The SP Motorsport driver having a big old drama, and I think also Brett Otters had a drama as well, dropping 12 places. And that would have been from P6 on the road. So Sam Knopfjes leads, and there is Imke Arts being followed by Nicolas Guillaume, who dives up the inside. Oh, Guillaume with an absolute bit of intestinal fortitude, threw it up the inside of Imke Arts, who gave him room. And oh, well, these two do have previous throughout this championship season. Kirill Genzer closing in on them in the 460. Bennett Demler not too far behind. As, oh, Imke Arts stumbles through turn number 2. Is she running with a problem? Well, let's see if she gets back up to full racing speed very, very shortly. But Sam Knopfjes leading the way after the opening 2 laps and has got a big gap ahead of Axel Hoos. Bas van Vlimmeren leads the way and has massive gaps between himself and also his next place competitor, Moritz Knopfjes, the father of Sam. Brett Otters and Dominic Hummels out of the race, I'm afraid. Both have retired after the opening lap, but meantime, Kirill Genzer gets a bit of a fright, courtesy of Imke Arts. And Bennett Demler trying to go around the outside through turn 3, but the Kartschmied driver unable to make that move through. Rick van der Straat being followed by Louis Koch from Door Motorsport. So now it's going to be the opportunity of how you can measure yourself around this fantastic and iconic circuit. It's evolved over the years to how it looks now. With 7 minutes plus an additional lap, Sem Knopfjes has a 1.4-second lead after 3 laps of racing. Axel Hoes, Bas van Vlummeren, Nicolas Guillaume, Imke Arts, Kirill Genzer. And Genzer up the inside through turn 2 on Arts. She said that, well, Friday and Saturday we were struggling with pace, but things came together a bit more my way through into qualifying, and I was really pleased to get it onto the front row. And this is a circuit that literally reveals everything, warts and all. You are at flat chat all the way through this racetrack. You are not given an opportunity to breathe. It is fast throttle, it is fast paced. You are really under the kibosh the entirety of the race. But Imke Arts looking to put the move on Kirill Genzer again. And now dives up the inside through turn 1. That was great anticipation from Imke Arts up the inside of the 460. And that nearly gives Bennett Demler the opportunity to get through. And then there's Louis Koch up the inside through turn 3 on Rick van der Straat. In the meantime, that's a change for 8th. A little bit further back, Zane Kilster battling away for 12th place with Germany's Mark Schuppmann in the 459. Wim Rouleau battling away with Moritz Knopfjes for 2nd in DD2 Masters. And this just goes to show, look at the lead. Sem Knopfjes is opening up that gap, and it's now 2 seconds. Oh, bit of a drama for one of the Door Motorsport carts. Might have been, I think, yeah, that was Louis Koch in that particular occasion. Kirill Genzer, all right, 474 Mark van der Kamp. Technical black, mechanical black flag for the 474 for the rear bumper being adrift. I've just seen on the live timing. So that is going to mean that Mark van der Kamp, who will now pull it, who's pulled it into pit lane, I think, yes, has done so. And that's the race over for the 474 from the Netherlands. 4 minutes 50 plus an additional lap. Axel Hoes has now pulled away from the dueling pair of Bas van Vlummeren, who still leads Masters, but is now in 4th, courtesy of Nicolas Guillaume, who is sporting a very, very nice, bright white fetching race suit. It's been a while since I've seen that man. Yeah, definitely you can't miss that race suit in these very, very hot weather conditions. 20 degrees Celsius is the approximate air temperature, but you see the battle here. This is Bennett Demler, Rick van der Straat, Louis Koch, and Malte Schlatterer. This is the battle for 8th place. Actually, 7th place backwards, because Kirill Genzer is a little bit further up the road in comparison to them. Sem Knopfjes still leads. Now his lead over Axel Hoes is 2.5 seconds and climbing over every single respective lap. A lot of Koen van Ginkel and Vero Ramirez cheering on Sem Knopfjes as Kirill Genzer makes a blunder and goes off, kicks up the dust out of turn number 2, and Rick van der Straat over the back of the 460 through into turn 5. Oh, the dramas, they keep on coming. It really, really is not one for the faint of heart here at Kerpen. And, well, Sem Knopfjes, it's like a Sunday afternoon drive in the countryside here in Western Germany for the 420. Based these days now out of Berlin, and it took me about an hour more to drive from Manningtree in the United Kingdom to here in Kerpen than it did from him to drive from Berlin to here. That's, I hate to think how many kilometres it is. I might have to look at that a little bit later on. But in the meantime, Bennett Demler has got past Kirill Genzer, who's got Louis Koch right behind him. So the two Motorsport carts line astern. Schlatterer not too far behind. Right, well, literally up the 435's exhaust pipe right about now. So it is really picking up speed here in DD2. Well, the person that's picking up speed is Zem Knopfjes. He's 2.9 seconds up the road ahead of Axel Hoos from Combi Kart Racing Team. Run by Willem Deleuze. Good to see Willem in the paddock. Well, I haven't managed to catch up with him over the course of the weekend because I've only been here since 11 o'clock last night. But with 11 laps completed, the fastest lap of the race done by the race leader a few laps ago, 44.310 by Zem Knopfjes. Axel Hoos 3.1 seconds behind. Nicolas Guillaume trying to close that gap down. He is going about a tenth and a bit quicker. Well, he is really trying his level best. He's not too far behind, so the gap between them is about 3 to 4 tenths of a second. And there you see the two Dual Motorsport karts of Genza and Koch. They pulled away from Schlatter a little bit, and in the meantime, Imke Arts is about 3 and a bit seconds, well, 3 seconds to the better ahead of Kirill Genza, who's made up 6 places. Louis Koch started 15th and is now 7th. Izan Kilstra up 3 places to 10th. But drivers really making the best of it. 40 seconds plus 2 additional laps around this very, very, very fast and very technical circuit at times. But it is really the case of you've got to have your wits about you. The last runner on this circuit at the moment, Ton van Weert in the number 510. Currently up 4 places. We've had 4 retirees. Bennett Demler out on lap 9. Mark van der Kamp with a flailing rear bumper out on lap 5. And Brett Ottes and Dominic Hummels, the unfortunate retirees on the opening lap. But with 7 seconds to go, we have 3 to go, including this one. So we're on lap 14 out of 16 as the timer now finally expires. There's Zem Knopfjes absolutely doing a fantastic job. Sublime and supreme in this Sunday afternoon. Early sunshine. It's been sunny, it's been warm, it's been wonderful for everybody. Oh, noisy exhaust. Oh, someone's had the baffles just go. Now, who is it? It's not Axel Hoos. Oh, it's Nicolas Guillaume. Guillaume is going to lose 3rd, and he's going to have to park it. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Now, that is very, very odd. We've had another mechanical black flag also came out for Bennett Demler. That is for also a rear bumper. So we're going to have 5 retirees. Guillaume is going to be the next one to pull it into the pit lane. But 1 more lap to go, and what a drive it's been. Winner at De Lansard, and now Zem Knopfjes sees the final lap board here in the DD2 pre-final. I cannot believe I'm saying this. Nicolas Guillaume is still running with that noise. That does not sound good. That does not sound healthy. That's the baffles in the exhaust. And when that exhaust comes apart, and it can be because normally you have a Jubilee clip with a couple of bolts just securing it together to the main part of the exhaust. And it also helps to control emissions and noise because obviously decibels and noise restrictions are very much part and parcel of modern day racing. But here's the man of the moment, Zem Knopfjes. After 16 laps, has led every single lap from pole position to checkered flag. Knopfjes wins the pre-final. And it's going to be a good result here for, I'm going to say this. Axel Hoos finishes 2nd in DD2, but not 2nd on the road. Bas van Vlimmeren takes P2, having started 5th. Imke Arts started on the outside of the front row and takes 4th ahead of Kirill Genza. Louis Koch takes 6th place after starting 15th. Nicolas Guillaume, Noisy Exhaust et al. Finishes 7th, ahead of Malte Schlatter. Rick van der Start and Lisanne Kielstra ran out the top 10. Mark Schupman, Wim Rouleau, Moritz Knopfjes, Niels Boele, and Ton van Weert will round out the top 15. Well, the 15 that finished the race. Bennett Demler out on lap 9. Mark van der Kamp, lap 5. Brett Ottes and Dominic Hummels round out the retirees from the DD2 and the DD2 Masters pre-final.